write out a check to yourself for $1 million. Now, how many have checkbooks with you? Do you have checkbooks? Okay, good. You can write it out to Wendy Robbins. No, write it out to yourself. And some of you are just going, oh, that sounds like a pretty good idea. I'll do that later. No, I'm serious. You have to do it now. The difference in my life, you guys, is I was able to cash that $1 million check within 2 years, and not a year. But what if? What if what I'm telling you is true? I mean, it could be true, it could not be. It could just be a good story. But what if you wrote that check to yourself today for $1 million, and you made it a year from today, and we got in touch with each other because of the mastermind group that Sheila so beautifully put together for us, and we were able to cash that $1 million. And some of you are going, oh, that's not going to happen. That'll happen for everyone in the room except me. But remember, I gave you permission to be rich. And I really meant that. You have permission to be rich. You guys, I was like a surfer dork. I don't even surf, but I was like, woo, you know, and so if I can do it, you can do it. And it starts like that. Now, some of you are saying, well, but I don't know how to create the money. So let me ask you, if you had a friend who was dying, and they were going to pass away within 3 days unless you raised $20,000 and you had no money, how would you create that money?
I would do it.
How would you create it? And I'd like you to write down the very first things that come to you, because it might seem crazy, but it could be that thing that you do. Because you guys, you've heard a lot of us speakers, but if you don't take action, forget about it. You have to take action. So what is your why? Because your why has to be so powerful that when people tell you no, and how many times a day do they tell you no? I told you about the garlic lady who screamed at me. I could have just ended my whole thing then, but I didn't. And I don't want you to. So it's really figuring out your why. So if somebody that you loved was going to die in 3 days, could you come up with $20,000?
Yes.
Could you? I mean, if you were totally broke, you didn't have a penny. So why can't you do it for yourself?
Yeah.
Okay? I really want that to land, you guys. I'm not just another speaker standing up here just going, buy my stuff. I'm not that. I'm honestly telling you, you could do it for someone else, but you couldn't do it for yourself? What does that mean? I'm not trying to make you feel bad or guilty or weird, but it's just a really interesting question, isn't it? So I want you to be able to do whatever it takes within 3 days. You've got the money that you need. Create $1 million idea a day. Do you guys do that?
Yeah.
Does anybody here create $1 million idea a day? You do. Okay, cool. So we'll hang out afterwards. Because I love that. Because if you're creating a wow now and a legacy a day, you're done. You're creating $1 million deal a day. Look at those items. You guys, a slinky, a hula hoop, floss. I mean, God, if I stuck string between my teeth, I'd be a billionaire. Right? So what's your excuse? Oh, I have to be so smart. I have to have the connections. I have to have this. I have to have that. No. You don't need anything. But you have to be passionate. You have to have that why. You have to have a burning desire. Like Les Brown says, you gotta be hungry. The very first thing you're gonna do is create rapport. So notice when I came on stage, I asked you guys a couple questions, right? It was that simple. It was just asking you rapport building questions. And you guys were saying, yes, 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 your heads were nodding. That's how you create rapport. Hi, I'm Wendy Robbins. Ask a couple questions, now you've got rapport. Your second thing is your headline. Now, think like Twitter, you guys. My product is a better way to. My product is a better way to what? I don't know. My tingler is a better way to give your head an orgasm than any other product out there in the world.
Woo!
Okay? Alright, so that's pretty good. If that doesn't catch your attention, I'm really not sure what will. So you got to figure out, what is it? How is mine better? Do you see how quick that is? That will catch your attention. Like, wow, okay, a better way too. The next thing is, how big is the industry? How big of a problem are you solving? And do your research. Anyone heard of Google? Duh! But I'm so surprised by the inventors that don't know the most basic things, which is how big of a problem are you dealing with? So you want to be able to answer that question. How big is the problem? And what was your personal challenge with it? In other words, you solved a problem, personal problem. You're the inventor or the co-inventor of something because something else didn't work out there. So we see that there's pain. There's no good solutions out there. You are the most creative person in the world. You created something. You create great value. It's such great value that I offer a money-back guarantee, which I do on all my products. You guys, if I offer you a money-back guarantee on my products, do I believe in my products or no?
You believe in
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so don't you want to do that too? It's risk-free. If I say money-back guarantee, if you don't like the product, send it back and I'll give you the full money back. It's like, oh, no, okay? So if people did that with their service, wouldn't you do it? You're kind of like, I don't know if I believe them, what if it doesn't work, it worked for everyone, blah, 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 blah. But they're going to do a money-back guarantee, then you know that it's real. So the other thing, the second to last thing is demo. Now most people don't demo. They'll tell you all about their product, but you want to be able to demo it. It's the easiest thing in the world, right? That's what you want to let people know. It's got such huge value. It works, right? So when I do this, and if I do it to somebody and they start quivering in the light, I could start doing that quivering thing that I did before if you want. But anyway, so basically you're quivering in the light, and like, oh my God, it feels, and it does. I've sold you. By the way, if you don't have a tingler, there's some back there. So you can get a tingler. But the other thing is you want to ask the person to take action. Isn't that what most of us leave out? We're sort of scared to say, here's what I need you to do next. So do you see that those 6 steps are so simple? It's not much more complicated. So would you guys like me to complicate it, or is that okay?
No.
Okay. I look simple. I'm kind of lazy. I mean, I'm not really lazy, but I don't like when it has 45 things that you gotta do, then I don't know how to do like 10 of them, and then I have to find the people. Can everyone just do this? Is there anyone here that can't? No hands up? Okay, cool. So everyone can do it. Your hand was up. Oh, are you kidding? You just want to play. Okay.